Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Dragonheir video. I'd like to thank Dragonheir for sponsoring the video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the sub button. All of my Dragonheir content will live here right now. You can actually download Dragonheir using my link down below. Super cool champion collector open world RPG game. They've done a great job in Dragonheir, and today we're going to be looking at the Vortex. We're going to be seeing if my Season 3 Vortex team can start to compete with the big boys. So as I say, you can download down below using the link. You can also use the QR code to get involved as well. If you play Dragonheir, you can actually play cross-platform. So I play here on my PC. I'm playing the exact same game on my iPad through the iOS store, or you can also do it through Android stores as well. On the PC, you can actually download through Steam or Epic Games. So loads of ways to get involved, which is super sweet. I just bought a couple of scrolls. So I've been looking at my Beldi here, who is a freaking beast. Pulled her during this season. She's an Ice Blast champion. That's one of the damage types which was introduced during Season 2. And freaking hell, she is absolutely nuts. So finally able to do my skill upgrades here and fully book her. Or fully scroll her, I should say, in this game. So she's going like full ham. Honestly, it's a massive, massive damage boost for me to get these scrolls up. Giving me the damage pickup. Also giving me like the energy boost as well towards her ult. And then here it's 25% more damage on the battle skill Runaway Storm. As well as a quicker activation sort of time as well. I've also got a scroll to throw into my Fosa here, who's my support for this team. So I've done the same thing as well. We just bought myself a couple of scrolls. I only needed one more for her, which just gives her her kind of ultimate now to maximum, which means that the ultimate energy required is less. So let's run through the team. I'm super proud of this team, actually. I think I might be starting to get to the point where I get towards the boards, you know, like the highest damage teams, which is super fun. So I guess let's start with Fosa. There's a few things in the setup of this team which are really important. So Fosa will always do her shield ability. So she grants a shield to each ally for 10 seconds and then puts damage reduction out there. She's set up so she will always do this before the boss ults, which is super that's massive. 30% less damage just when the boss is about to do his ult is huge, along with those shields. So she's in there as a big support champion for me. She's also got this defense up mechanic, as well as more shielding on her battle skill with the guardian fence. And then her main passive here, when she's alive, 15% of the damage taken by an ally will be converted into a shield. In terms of gear sets, so we've got her with the Ancestral Protection set. So 3-piece here. Basically, the wearer takes 15% of the damage that other champions would take. So she's built quite tanky, high HP, okay defense. And then she's also got this 1-piece. So 1-piece effect, 50% chance for the wearer to grant 50% increased healing and shields. And you can see we're kind of, pushed for enlightenment as the kind of main stat. You can see my enlightenment stat here, nearly 370. We've got resistance up to a decent amount as well, but it's mainly HP and defensive stats on her. In terms of her artifact, we've gone for the Elminster artifact. Elminster was the D&D legendary champion for Season 2. Great event. They do a D&D event every season, so I'm super psyched to see what Season 3 is. But yeah, I got this artifact during Season 2 where basically we get bigger shields. So Fosa in the team, I guess we'll show you the tank, who is Furbath. In this season, Season 3, you've got Frost and Poison together. So Furbath is just a sweet, epic tank. Yeah, really, really solid. He's got high defense. He's got good HP. He actually does a decent amount of damage through his kit as well. So he's got attack penalty, which means that the boss is basically doing less damage to us. So he does the attack penalty before the ultimate skill as well, which just means that we're going to take less damage at the right time. He's put poisons out there to do some damage to the boss, and he's kind of creating his own healing as well. He has got the Crown of the Unclean, so he's putting a decreased defense, the defense penalty on the boss intermittently, actually, with my Beldi that I'll show you in a second. So I've got 2 forms of defense penalty, which is going to help my damage when we need it. So we've got here the Tundra Guardian set as my 3-piece. So reduces the damage that we take by 25%. And then as the 1-piece, we've got, again, 50% chance of more healing and shielding for Frobaf. You can see here, big defense numbers, big HP numbers as well. So Girthin, basically in there for some damage, but also setting up our damage. So we're getting crit rate bonus from her Battle Steel Heart of Frost. She's also putting the ice crystals out there, and then she's doing damage based on her attack from this ability. You can see she's got a decent amount of attack built in. She's got the Eyeball of the Giant, which gives us more ultimate damage. And then in terms of her kits, so she's rocking the 3-piece. Basically, the wearer gains more attack for each crit damage we got. So we're stacking the crit damage to give ourselves some more attack. And then the 1-piece here, basically dealing additional damage. So the wearer deals 35% increased damage, receives 35% increased ultimate up, granted by other allies. So you can see that we're starting to get some pretty juicy hits in with her. So Girthin is my other damage dealer. We've got Bledin, which was a fairly new pull for me. I was after this guy for a while. He's the other person that's going to give us the defense penalty with the Witches Remain. Also built for damage here. So we have got, again, high crit damage, decent attack, good crit rates. We're wearing the 3-piece aerial ruler set. So the wearer gains additional attack for crit damage again. And then the 1-piece here, after casting an ult, the wearer heals an ally with the lowest percentage of HP. So a bit of top-up healing here. In terms of his kits, so he's a really good setup for my Beldi. Strike the enemy twice, each dealing cold damage with a more crit modifier. Grants attack up for 10 seconds and 2 stacks of ice crystal. So basically, he's giving the ally with the highest attack this attack up, which is going to be obviously my damage dealer, as well as him. And he's also doing the cold damage as well. So really good support then for the main event, which is Beldi here. She's stacked up with attack. She's got high crit rate capped out and high crit damage. This is a really nice build. Been quite fortunate with some of the pieces that I've found along the way, which I'll show you in a second. So she's just doing smacks. Triple hit here, dealing cold damage. 50% chance of gaining a stack of ice crystal. Ice crystal here, the carrier's battle skill will gain an additional effect. So we've got crit damage up on her battle skill. She's just all about damage modifiers. So super excited to see what we can do with her in this new setup. Now, I did manage to find this mythical set of gloves here in the precise set. So the set gives us 35% increased damage to enemies with defense penalty. That's why we got 2 defense penalty artifacts in the team, because I want that up as often as possible. And we got a triple roll into crit damage on crit rate piece here, which is super good. In terms of our main set, again, same thing. More crit damage based on, more attack based on crit damage. Again, really nice rolls here. Double crit damage with some crit rate and attack. We got a quad crit damage on the helm. And then we got this attack percent with crit rate, crit damage. I've been doing well for gear in this season. In terms of her artifact, we've just gone for the Manticore statue. So the wearer's battle steel gains bonus damage as well. So yeah, really, really nice build here. So let's get into this run and see what we can do and see if we can put up some big numbers. I will say the setup for this week is not ideal for me. So this is bosses take more fire damage. We're not doing a fire team. So that's not ideal. Next week, we actually get the boss takes 35% more damage from melee, which is good. And also, when an ally with a shield is attacked, they deal damage equal to percentage of the shield that's consumed, which is also good. So next week, my numbers are going to fly up. But let's see what we can do here and let this bad boy roll. If this is your first time checking out Dragonheir, by the way, look how cool the boss visual is. Yeah, this is like the big boss that we're trying to take down as a guild here. I've got it on a 2x speed. I'm going to let this roll. And I've also got the ults kind of like timed setup. So they're all on auto, but they're set up to run at the right time to make sure that we get maximum damage away. So you can see we've got attack penalty on from our Frobaf here. The defense penalty goes up. Let's just see what sort of damage we're getting out of. Nearly 50% of my damage coming in from Beldi so far. As she stacks in those big old hits. Just see when her ult goes through. It's coming up any second. Here we go. Oh, it's big. Triple like 70k, 140k, 56k. The numbers are rolling in. Anyway, I'm going to let this run. Let me know what you think of the team as this bad boy is playing out in the comments down below. And don't forget, sub to the channel if you're enjoying Dragonheir content. It will go out several times a week.
Humans, what have you learned? I was programmed to beat you.
Okay, so there we go. What have we done? Nearly 41 million damage. Capping out max reward by a long way on Vortex 4. Obviously, we get ourselves some nice rewards and slamming in some Alliance challenge points, which is cool as well. I wonder, so what we're going to get? We're going to get like an extra 25% damage. We're going to be closer to 50 mil, I think, once that changes up, which is very cool. There you go, guys. That is my Vortex team. Don't forget, if you want to get involved in Dragonheir, you can download now with the link down below or the QR code. And thanks again, Dragonheir, for sponsoring the video. I'll see you in the next one.